My fellow Americans, tonight with a heart full of gratitude and boundless optimism,
I accept this nomination for President of the United States of America.
So we're officially less than 65 days until the general election, and man oh man have things been heating up. Before we get into the analysis, may I ask you guys to give this video a like? It really helps me out a lot and promotes my videos in the algorithm and helps me grow. Thanks everyone! Within the past month, Joe Biden announced his running mate to be Senator Kamala Harris of California, while both the Democratic and Republican conventions were also held to cap off the summer. However, despite all these changes within the race so far, I still see Trump with a disadvantage headed into the fall. I am not yet able to admit, however, that it is all over for the incumbent. Joe Biden's lead in the polls has begun to tighten. There has been no major post-convention bounce for him, and within the swing states, polls are suggesting that he's losing his grip on major electoral prizes. In fact, some pundits are getting nervous when it comes to Biden losing ground in the polls, with some of them blaming the riots for his recent downward trend.
What you said, what's happening in Kenosha is a Rorschach test for the entire country. And I think this is a blind spot for Democrats. I think Democrats are ignoring this problem or hoping that it will go away. And it's not going to go away. And so, unless someone comes up with a solution over the next 73 days, or 70 so, however many days.
68 days?
68 days. So it's not going to, the problem is not going to be fixed by then. But what they can do, and I think maybe Joe Biden may be afraid to do it. I'm not sure. Maybe he won't. Maybe he is. He's got to address it. He's got to come out and talk about it.
Trump is gaining ground. As displayed time and time again, Trump should never be written off. He has a knack of exceeding expectations even when the odds are against him.
The race is tightening up, and I think it's tightening up largely because of the focus that cannot be ignored on the unrest and violence in the cities.
So let's take a look at the forecast, everyone. Trump is improving in Arizona. In fact, he's the closest he's ever been in clinching the state in this election season. According to FiveThirtyEight, he's managed to close the gap ever so slightly. I would even go as far to say that by this time next month, it may even be tilting in his favor. However, I'm going to go back to one of my main arguments when it comes to why I think Biden leans in the state. Biden's moderate record along with changing demographics made him a threat to Trump's prospects. Polling for this state has also been all over the place, with some C- posters saying that Trump's ahead, while other polls suggesting that Biden is winning as much as plus 9 points. Personally, the way I see it at the moment, this is Biden's race to lose. Arizona goes to Biden. I'm really sorry to that one person in the comments section who thinks Arizona will trend red again. Hey, maybe you're going to be right come election day and I'll be the loser. I can't believe I'm saying this now, but Texas has become close, with some above average pollsters giving Biden a lead in the Lone Star State. But I look at it like this. Trump hasn't completely lost it here. I cannot see Trump losing. I believe Trump will begin to gain ground here once again, and Texas Republicans will push him over the edge in a close race. I cannot say the same thing for the GOP here in 2024, however. Georgia, oh Georgia. Polling once again has been all over the place for this state, but like with Texas, I see Georgia handing its 16 electoral votes over to the president via a slight margin. I believe after the convention and the debates subside, Trump's base will be energized to win the state. So here's an electoral vote I don't cover very much on this channel. Nebraska's 2nd district. It gave its electoral vote to Obama back in 2008, but this time around I just don't see it happening again. I know it's a more liberal part of the state, but I see more overwhelming support of Trump in Nebraska, granting him that electoral vote. Furthermore, I also see Trump approving in Maine's 2nd district, granting him another electoral vote. I also have another swing state to introduce. Ladies and gentlemen, may you please welcome Minnesota. Aww, he's Iowa's top hat. So polling has suggested that Minnesota is in play, but let me just say this. Fox News had a poll in mid-July that suggested Biden was plus 13 in this state, while another A- pollster suggested Biden was only plus 2 here. Either way, I think Trump has gained ground here. The economy is in a state where I don't consider it really improving too much, but not declining as well. I think our lowest point was already hit, and a slew of independent voters have chosen to ride on the Trump train once again. However, I cannot see a Trump victory in this state without waiting for more data. Iowa is dead set on re-electing Trump. I've seen it ticking for Trump time and time again, and I feel as if Trump's lead in the state will continue to slightly expand. And now for the toughest states to predict. God, these are a pain in the ass. Ohio is Trump country again. Following months of fear-mongering by both sides, I believe Republicans will come home to Trump, increasing his odds for victory in the working-class state. Oh my god, here comes predicting North Carolina, the vein of my existence. Trump needs North Carolina to win, much like how he needs Florida, Arizona, and at least one of the big three Rust Belt states to win. I see a slight Trump victory in North Carolina, but this state is just so difficult to predict, I can't predict it with the utmost confidence. Florida is going for Biden, but not by a margin of like +8 like some of the polls would suggest. I see Biden edging out a victory in the state, but to a margin the likes of Obama's 2012 numbers, of less than 1%. This state is always a nail-biter, so don't assume it's over here quite yet though. And now time to predict the big three. Trump's numbers in both Wisconsin and Pennsylvania are gaining steam. Trump should target Wisconsin if he wants to have any chance of winning. Do I think the recent protesters will encourage some people in Wisconsin to vote for Trump? Maybe a couple, but I can't see a Trump victory in this state at the moment. Once again, the data hasn't come in, but I do believe Wisconsin is his best shot at picking off one of these three. Maybe I'll be spatting something else once the debates kick in and the race becomes closer. As for Pennsylvania and Michigan, I see the ice cream man picking them off as well, with no real contest in Michigan. This gives Biden a victory of 318 to 220. This is not going to be a blowout election by any means, and things are still set to change. By this time next month, the first debate will have taken place. Hold on to your butts everyone, it's going to get crazy. And yeah, that means there's 2 more predictions left before the general election.